Can you see me? I can't see myself. Damn, my glasses really got fucked up yesterday. I mean today. This bitch. Damn, that's a bitch. Give me a dip, man. I'm just tripping. Anyways, doesn't look like it. My glasses kind of bent a little bit. Maybe it's on my hair or something. I don't even know. I turned around too fast and like my glasses hit some metal shit. Like a motherfucker, that shit fucked my whole world up. What's up? Damn, wish I could see me better. It's some bullshit. Check out the background. In the background. Yeah. That's Alien Codeine. You feel me? We got Eldridge Park and shit. If you don't know where this is at. Houston. Yeah, man, it's fucking cold. The wind is fucking making it even colder. Aggravating ass shit. Got me a little drinky drink here. Watermelon, banana, coconut liquor. It's got Arizona teas. I'm saying, but it's not tea. It's the grape one and the orange one I mix together. Orangeade and that grape. You know what I'm saying? Arizona tea, 99 cents. I love them hoes. I don't know what it is, bro. Them hoes are great mixers. Like, you can mix any flavor of Arizona tea with some liquor, and that's just gonna fucking just see. It's like it's gonna cease to be like disgusting as fuck. It's gonna be palatable enough for you to fuck it up. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, though, so yeah, man. I mean, I'm just chilling right now. It's cold as fuck. I'm not really enjoying this cold. It's not too cold, to be honest. It's reasonable, but it's enough to be like, what the fuck, bro? It's really just this wind, bro. This wind is just it's killing me right now. I don't have my gloves with me. I kind of wish I brought my gloves, but whatever. My biceps kind of hurt. And the other night, I was working out doing the fucking bench press. Yeah, working on upper body and chest. So I gotta get it right. Gotta get it tight. I really have nothing to say about this one. It's just been a minute since I posted another video, and I just been really. I'm feeling good today. It's one of these days where I'm talking to myself a lot right now on some funny shit. Just you know what I mean. Just really enjoying life. In the words of Fernando, it's so sweet and fruit, like it really is. I've been drinking again, you know what I'm saying? But luckily, I just kept it to the weekends. You know what I'm saying? I think my family is back home from Nigeria now. My brother just called me, my older brother. And him and my mom was the one that went to Nigeria, so you know what I'm saying? It's just funny because it's like I didn't answer the phone. It was like early as fuck in the morning, especially where I was sleeping at too. Got pissed me off because I was sleeping in the area that I guess it's like this church that's being built and shit. They got the roof up and the walls up, no windows, none of that shit. It's surrounded by mud, which really pisses me off. Really fucking annoying yesterday and today, but whatever. But yeah, it's so fucking muddy. Like, it's not even funny. It's like, god damn. You know what I mean? But anyways, so I'm like, I saw the call and shit, and it's ringing, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm trying to not be noticed. You know what I mean? But anyways, so I cut it off. But I was just thinking, like, nigga, why you calling me? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I like with my family, bro. That's why I'm like, fuck them niggas, bro. Like, I'm really at that point where I'm like, man, fuck them motherfuckers, bro. I'm doing by myself now, bro. And it's a little scary, like a little bit, because I don't really know what I'm doing. But I know as long as I stay with the money, I save my money, and I don't, I dumpster dive. Like yesterday was Friday. You know how Friday is. For restaurants and shit like that, people go out to eat. So I had got me some chicken from this Popeyes. You know what I mean? A dumpster diving for that shit. I just grabbed that shit. Like, I ain't open the trash can. Just go to the trash can. It's already the trash. The door of the fucking trash can is open. The lid of the fucking dumpster is open and shit. I just look inside that hole. Big old bag full of fucking, chicken. Trash bag full of chicken. And not like covered in, toilet paper and other nasty shit. Just straight to chicken. And you can smell it. It's hot. It's ready. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? You could just open that shit up, grab one, take a bite, and be like, oh yeah, they just basically, he's gonna do. They open up a trash bag, because I work at restaurants, and they just put the shit in that hole. And then they went outside and threw it in the fucking trash. That's what happened. And so that's what I'm saying. So it's not really like you're going through the trash. You're just getting the food that they are not going to eat, basically. So that's what I did. I got a fucking duffel bag full of chicken right now. I just finished like 3 plates. Like 3 of these bitches full of fucking chicken. And I got like 5 of them. 5 of those right here. Of these containers full of chicken. I just ate 3 of them. I'm fucking full of shit. And then I went behind the goddamn Dollar Tree and all the Christmas candy. They threw out all the Christmas candy and shit. So like there was 2 black trash bags full of candy canes and one trash bag full of fucking chocolate and shit. And I just took the chocolate because I don't eat like candy like that. You know what I mean? Like honestly, I only don't eat candy now is if I'm using it as a mixer. But I don't even like to do. I don't know how people in prison do it. I saw it on YouTube. Some prison lady was like, something you do from prison that you do on the outside of some shit. And she's like, use candy as a sweetener and shit. So she'll take, I guess, a candy or a butterscotch or some shit and then put it at the end of, on some piece of coffee and just stir that shit around until it melts. I'm like, niggas, y'all motherfuckers in jail, bro. Like, I did that shit before and it works, but hell no. You know what I mean? My mom had some, old Valentine's Day candy she gave us. And, I took all the lollipops and I put it in some water and shit. I tried to boil the water up so it could, at least be hot, and maybe dissolve faster. Man, that shit took way too long for me, bro. I was like, hell nah. I'm telling you, people... Yeah, I've seen a lot of prison shits because I like how they look. Sometimes it's convenient. It's just, you know what I'm saying? All that good shit. So, I tried that shit, man. That shit took me forever, bro. It took me at least 30 minutes and shit for that shit to melt the fuck down and shit all the way through. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. So that's the only thing I would do now is, I would take that candy can and maybe put it in a water bottle and just, leave it there to soak to dissolve and shit. And use it as, a syrup to make a juice or something, you know what I mean? And then I'm about to mix some liquor with that shit. But that's just too much. It's too much, bro. You gotta wait, bro. I'm not finna wait for that shit. Hell nah, fuck all that shit. So I was like, I'll eat some chocolate. So I grabbed a whole bunch of chocolate and shit. You know what I'm saying? I put it in my storage unit right now. So I'm gonna eat that every so often. And I can't do that shit too. This is not the first time I've had a whole bunch of candy and a whole bunch of chocolate and shit. And I was just like, hell no, I'm good, bro. So, yeah, this chicken right here, you know what I'm saying, saved me some money and shit. Yesterday was such a bitch because it started to rain. And I was at the Alias Center, you know what I'm saying, chilling on my fucking tablet, using the fucking Wi-Fi and all that good shit, which I kind of want to go right now, but whatever. And, these motherfuckers, bro, I was in that hole. First and foremost, when I got in that hole, I gotta say what I have to say. This shit pisses me off. Do I look homeless to you motherfuckers? What makes you think I look homeless? That shit crazy to me, bro. The only thing I do is I have a backpack. I have a backpack. That's why I had my backpack, and this is how it looks. This motherfucker, I was sitting down, right, on, these steps. They're not really steps, but they're kind of like steps. I don't know if you've seen them probably in colleges or some shit like that. You'll see a stairwell going down, and on each side is these steps. They're really fucking big. They're a place for you to sit down sometimes or lay down or whatever, chill, over there. You know what I mean? So I was over there on that little thing, you know what I mean? And some dude that was in a few steps, those step chairs, whatever, all the way in the down, he saw me. And I wasn't even there for 10 minutes, bro. I cracked open a bottle I cracked open my fucking Arizona tea and I had a sweet tea, a regular sweet tea. You know what I'm saying? Because I like drink tea in the morning. I couldn't find any tea, so I was like, fuck it. I want some black tea, and I had black tea, so I got me some sweet black tea. So then, like, you know what I mean? I went to drink my tea. You know what I'm saying? Sit on my fucking shit, look at the news, you know what I'm saying? Like on my tablet, like I read the newspaper, all that shit. This motherfucker, like, he like goes up to me and hands me a fucking sandwich. I remember this shit. He handed me a fucking sandwich, and that shit was like, he was like, here you go, man. He's like, you want this? And I just like, I don't know, that shit would freak me out because I was like, what? So I look at him, and then I look at the sandwich because I didn't know what it was. I was just looking at it, and it was like prepackaged too. And I was just looking at this shit, and I was like, nah, bro. Because I had to figure out what the fuck, like, why is he trying to offer me a sandwich? And I'm like, so I had to think about it, and I'm like, now I thought, oh, he thinks I'm homeless. I was like, nah, like, I'm okay, what the fuck? I try to be polite, you know what I mean? But it was like, nigga, what the fuck? Why you offering me a fucking sandwich? And what annoyed me was he was the only two black people in that hole. That's why I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, nigga, what the fuck? Why you offering me a fucking sandwich? This is the exact same clothes I wore when I was fucking homeless, when I wasn't homeless, when I had my own place, when I had a car. I don't understand why the fuck motherfuckers think you homeless, bro. Like, I just think people be hating it, bro. People just be on some hater mentality. Their minds be fucked up. They just be evil. They be on some weird shit. You know, personally for me, I think he probably homeless because he was like walking around, kept on checking on the fucking weather and shit, to go see if it's raining outside and shit. Like, I'm just in that hole on my tablet chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? This motherfucker out here, motherfucking, like, walk right next to the fucking front door. The whole time that shit was open, he just like, not me, bro. I sat there, I watched myself a movie on Shudder and shit, and I was just chilling, bro. This motherfucker here was, I'm like, what the fuck, bro? That's some weird ass shit. You know, I was like, what the fuck? That shit kind of pissed me off because I wasn't prepared for it, and I was like, kind of freaked out, like, what the hell? You know? I wasn't like freaked out, but it was kind of like, why the fuck? It's like the second time somebody's like thought I was homeless as fuck or questioned me for being homeless, and it's like, why, bro? Mind your fucking, and it's the motherfuckers that don't want to mind their business. You know what I'm saying? Or the people that are like just on some fuckery and they want to pretend like they're not on that fuckery. You know what I mean? Like my manager, it's like, oh, you look homeless because I fucking bring out my fucking gym bag. Bitch, I look homeless because I bring out a gym bag. Bitch, I'm going to the gym. Like, what the fuck? I'm looking at her like, what the fuck? So you work out? I'm like, bitch, like, what the fuck? You can always start. You know what I mean? Like, going to the gym and hitting them. She's like, you get on the treadmill and, like, stop. Just stop. You being weird, motherfucker. You being weird at this point. It's too much. It's like, you weird. You know what I mean? It's too, you know what I'm talking about? Why? Why I gotta do shit your way? Why do I have to, like, not carry a duffel bag because it makes me look homeless? Why do I have to go to the gym and do the treadmill? Why do I have to, like, leave me alone? Motherfuckers is weird, man. I'm saying, weird ass motherfuckers. Weird to the motherfucker. You know what I mean? All these weird ass motherfuckers offer me a fucking sandwich and shit. Like, nigga, I don't need your sandwich. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, look at the hat I'm wearing, bro. Like, it's just, nigga, look homeless. Like, what kind of, you know what I mean? Look at these expensive ass fucking glasses and shit. You know what I'm saying? Look at the trim on the fucking beard, nigga. Like, nigga, you motherfuckers is tripping. That shit was just weird as fuck, you know what I'm saying? And I already know what it was. This nigga is a fucking, you know what I mean? He's a loser. He sees me as a winner, and he intimidated, but at the same time, he want to fucking come in and act like, you know what I mean? He's passive aggressive. He want to come in and act like he want my shit, but he can't fucking steal it from me because he can't challenge me face to face. So he gonna pretend to be my motherfucking friend to get in, and then if I let a nigga in my life, he gonna try to fuck me over. That's how motherfuckers be like. That's why I don't like people. This is why I stay away from people. It's shit like this I'm talking about. Motherfuckers is weird. That's why I get no pussy, because bitches fucking suck. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to do my laundry the other day. OG asked me, we were talking and shit in the bus and shit. I'm trying to give him direction. Like, oh yeah, take this bus. That's how you get over there. Da, da, da. And the nigga was like, yeah, we were talking about jobs and shit. And me being in Austin and why I left and all this shit. Next thing you know, all right, let me ask you one thing. Are you homeless? I'm like, for now, motherfucker. He's like, oh, for now. I'm like, yes, nigga, what the fuck? If you homeless and shit, it's different. Being homeless ain't shit. It's not about being homeless. It's about being broke. Are you broke? That's the first thing. So he already fucking cried. He's like, oh, good, took you out to a shelter. Nigga, are the shelter gonna pay me, nigga? Is the shoulder gonna pay me? Is the shoulder gonna allow me to motherfucking do what I want to do? Fuck no. You know better. So it was like this nigga right here, you know what I'm saying? But he was talking about motherfucking, oh, I was sleeping with this white woman and I was in her house. I was sleeping with this other chick. I was in her house. You know what I mean? But I had to leave because she was on some bullshit and the white chick was just nasty as shit. I'm like, then why can't you get your own place? Because you a hobosexual. Yes, a hobosexual. You just be hiding on big bitches' couches, be fucking these lonely ass bitches and trying, you know what I'm saying, run a trick. Like, man, fuck this nigga, bro. And the only way he fucking thought I was homeless because I had two, not grocery bags, but it was like, Walmart shopping bags, whatever fuck, full of clothes and shit. And then nigga, what I was about to go do? I was going to the laundromat. So it's like, nigga, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? I was gonna wash my clothes, nigga. Like, what the fuck, bro? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like motherfuckers. They be on some weird shit out here, so I don't like Houston. It's like the people here, everything here is just on some weird ass shit. It's just some super weirdo shit. Like, just straight up weirdo-ness. I don't like Texas on that level, too. The poverty here in Texas overall is just weirdo shit. Motherfuckers are straight weirdos. I'm just keeping on it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers out here straight weirdos. I swear to God, I don't know what the fuck that shit is. You know what I mean? Like, I get so tired. That's why I was like, man, bro, like, I think right now, spiritually, you know what I'm saying, on a spiritual level, my son coming back, okay, might have to switch sides and shit to see my face. But yeah, we want to see your face. Y'all want to see my face? Come on, brother. Man, I'm about to give me another drink. I hate to say that shit, but that did not do shit. I'm about to buy me a bottle. I don't want to, but I'm about to buy me a bottle because I was buying these. I bought like fucking 10 fucking those small sampler drinks, different flavors and shit. And like a lot of that shit to me personally tastes like a lot of syrup. It just tastes like syrup with a little bit of alcohol. And they let the sugar mix with the alcohol, you know what I'm saying? So it has a feel of being very alcohol-like and strong, but it's not that strong, at least to me. Like, you know what I mean? And I know it tastes good, but I don't think that's like a cover-up for it. You know what I mean? It's just the strength of the alcohol. I just think it's weak-ass alcohol. Then I put three of those shot thingies in this motherfucker. Come on, bro. And it's like, that shit to me is not really doing nothing and shit. Like, I'm not really as, intoxicated as I wish I would be right now. But I digress, you know what I'm saying? We're going to, like, take it slow today. One, because I don't even know where a liquor store is at to even do that shit. And two, I really don't want a whole nother bottle, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about all that shit. We'll see what's up. But, yeah, what are we talking about? Yeah, so I'm at the fucking goddamn Alien Center yesterday, and I'm looking like, what the fuck? That shit had me fucked up. Like, motherfuckers just be in my face with the bullshit. There's a lot of bullshit-ass people out here, man. And that's why I don't like fucking being around Houston or just in Texas in general. Like, even where I'm at right now, it's probably, look at this shit. You see the fucking litter on the motherfucking ground and shit? Like, you fucking trifling motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand that type of shit. When I was younger, I was a teenager, I used to fucking litter and shit because I didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? On some silly shit. Kids do a lot of stupid ass shit. But like as an adult, this is just like ridiculous, bro. You like just the weirdo level is beyond me, bro. Motherfuckers out here are just sick in the fucking head. It's disgustingly annoying. Weird ass motherfuckers. Weird motherfuckers. Like, like take care of your fucking place, bro. Because when I went to Austin, you didn't see shit like this. But we in fucking A-Leaf. I don't know. I don't want to get started. Bro. Anyways. Yeah. Fucking. Ugh. So yeah, last night, as I tried to leave, because they were closing the A-Leaf Center and shit, library, whatever fuck. I tried to leave that bitch. And it started to rain, man, and I was like, what the fuck? It started to rain hard today. Bitch. And I've come to the conclusion, if you live in Houston, me personally, this is what I recommend. If you don't have a car, or if you do have a car, this is what I recommend. Get you a rain outfit. Because it literally was raining for the past like 3-4 days and shit. And it's like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do nothing, bro. Like, it just aggravates the living shit out of me when it rains, because it's just like, it just rains forever. Like, it stops for like an hour, then it comes back in for 5 minutes, just, you know what I mean? Just soaking you, just bathing you in this motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? And you like, what the fuck, bro? And then it'll stop. You can literally just go out in your car. And this is funny because it can happen with the rain. It can happen with the snow. It can happen with the fucking heat. Like in Houston, I swear to God, you can go outside of your car because you forgot some shit in your car and get fucking just drenched by the sun. Just come back in like soaked as fuck, all sweaty and shit. You just did a fucking 3-hour workout and shit. Like, just, Tybo live. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tybo just, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get together. We about to do this, you know what I'm saying? Like, 1, 2, you know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? In all scenarios, you can go outside, go get the mail and shit. Like, it can start raining and just like, golly. You come back home just, like, you just took a bath or some shit. You went to the pool or something. Like, what the fuck, bro? Can't stand this shit. It's just so aggravating, bro. But anyways, I recommend you get a fucking rain outfit, especially some rain boots, because it's just like, you just can't. And then the road, like I was saying, like, it'll just be wet everywhere. Like, it's just, oh my God, I can't stand that shit. Like, it won't rain for like hours, but it'll just be wet everywhere. Just wet. Pause. You know what I'm saying? It'll just be wet everywhere type shit. And you're looking at that shit like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? And so, like, you have to use your imagination, like, water erodes rock. In so many words, and dissolves shit. So, like, all the roads be fucked up here in Houston because of that shit. Them motherfuckers broke as fuck, so no one takes care of the roads, and so the sidewalks be all fucking slanted and fucking annoying and small because they're old, and fucked up because the water is just sitting there, seeping into this shit, breaking this shit up. You get what I'm saying? So you can't even just walk to the fucking corner store for a gar or some shit, you know what I'm saying, for a Swisher, because the motherfucker is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the motherfucking shit, you know what I'm saying, is all fucking muddy and shit. It's like, that shit aggravating as motherfucker. So that's why I would say I recommend you get a whole rain outfit. At first I thought rain boots, you know what I mean? But I'm thinking like, no, you need a whole rain outfit because the shit is just ridiculous. Umbrellas ain't finna do a motherfucking thing. You know what I mean? Especially when the fucking shit, the rain is hitting you from the side. That shit is bouncing up off of shit. It's splashing you in the fucking face. Like, that shit is like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? And I'm not just because I'm homeless type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a general shit. When I used to live in my mom's house and I used to fucking do DoorDash and shit, like, what the fuck, bro? That shit, like, it's too much. You're like, God, leave. You know what I mean? It's always floody in this motherfucker. Like, it just floods too quickly, bro. It's like situation places, you know what I mean? You be in a parking lot and there's a pool like in the middle of the fucking parking lot. Like, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just aggravating the motherfucker, bro. You like, come on, dog. What is this shit? Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You might fucking park your car, then you open the door up and there's a fucking pool underneath you and shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, come on, bro. You need a whole rain outfit, bro. I swear to God. You know what I'm saying? You need a whole rain outfit on God. Like, this shit crazy. And that's what I'm about to start investing in myself in. And the thing is, yeah, it might not be the greatest thing at first, but you need a whole, me personally, you just need a whole rain. You need some rain pants, for sure. Some rain pants and some rain fucking boots and maybe an umbrella. You know what I'm saying? On God. Because this shit is just, it's too much. It's like, what the fuck, bro? You know, I remember going to the corner store just to get some guards and shit. I was in the house with my nephew back. He was like a baby type, not baby, you know, say toddler and shit. And I couldn't, you know what I mean? I tried to walk with him to the corner store and it wasn't raining and shit, right? Anymore. And I'm like, I go outside, bro. This motherfucking, it was so fucking much water. Like, this shit got up to my knees, bro. I had to, and he's only at my knee. So I'm like, damn, I gotta like pick this nigga up and like I feel like I'm fucking crossing the border. I feel like one of the migrants and shit crossing the border and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a knee high of water and shit. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Like carrying my kid and shit. Like, what the fuck is this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just aggravating to the motherfucker. Oh, what I'm saying? On my mama. Like, this shit ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, oh, fuck this shit. So that's all I'm saying, man. You gotta freaking invest in some rain boots or something. Like, For real, for some rain pants and like call it a day because I'm getting tired of this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because doing that shit, and it's a switch too to the motherfucker. So, I'm complaining about it. That's what I say. Because, like, bro, I literally, like, all I did was go across the street from the Ailey Center to the motherfucking Burger King. And, like, I was soaked in that motherfucker. Like, and it was just, it's just, you know what I'm saying? You walking on a sidewalk. I walked on the trail and shit to get to the front of the street. You know what I mean? To walk across the street, and it was just, like, big-ass puddles. Like, on the sidewalk, completely engulfing the sidewalk, so you can't even walk on the sidewalk anymore. You gotta walk in the grass, which is muddy as shit. And it's just like, bro, my fucking, you know what I'm saying? My Timbs, like, you know what I'm saying? You be thinking my Timbs, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Shit, you be thinking my Timbs, what the fuck, my J's? It's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? For real, bro. Like, you be like, my Yeezys and shit, it's some bullshit. Like, I swear to God, bro. You know what I mean? You be like losing your mind with that shit. Like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? Damn. You know what I mean? It's only been raining for 10 minutes. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You be like, oh my God. Oh man, I can't stand that shit. And that's why I noticed when I was in Austin, I never had that. Even though I lived in my car and all shit, I didn't have that problem. Like, I swear to God, bro, you in Austin and shit, it starts raining hard. It don't matter how hard it's raining. Like, after like 2 hours, the shit be dry. It be gone and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because it's windy and shit. You know what I mean? Like, Austin's way more dry of an area than Houston. Houston is extremely humid. When I came back to Houston, bro, on God, bro, it was like, I walked into a fucking, like, a sauna and shit. You know what I'm saying? 24-hour fitness and shit. I swear to God. Like, I was like, what the fuck, bro? It's so fucking humid over here, bro. You know what I'm saying? The humidity levels is ridiculous in Central Texas. So I was like, fuck, bro. That's why people get sick here more because, humid, moisture kept in one area, creates fungus, you know what I mean? Like that type of shit, bacteria and all that shit like that. So motherfuckers over here be like more sick and shit. So I'm like, I don't know, bro. I just don't like this city, bro. I don't like living here. I really don't like living here. The things about this place, I'm just like, fuck. And I remember because I have locks, black people hair type shit. You mean the moisture and shit. And like when I'm in Houston, bro, I really didn't have to like moisturize my hair like that. I didn't have to moisturize my skin like that. Like when I went to Austin, bro, I swear to God, like every day I had to get the spray bottle and just spray my locks and shit because I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like this whole was like, it's dry than the motherfucker. That shit will dry out your shit. Like my skin, I had to fucking constantly put on lotion because I was like, Austin was so fucking dry. Which I ain't mind doing because it's just like, okay, whatever the fuck. It's way better than this fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Being a goddamn thunderstorm every goddamn time it rains, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. And then it's just like it rains for days. Like the whole city is just covered in like this fucking goddamn cloudy fucking bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You be like, what the fuck, bro? You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody said something about a piece of bread, take a piece of bread and just dip it in the water and just keep on dipping it until that shit gets soggy and nasty and starts dripping and falls apart. That's exactly how I feel like when I'm in Houston and shit when it starts to rain. Like, you just feel like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Because it rains for days. Non-stop, bro. Like, that shit. Like, it literally rained for like 3 days non-stop. I was like, what the fuck? Like, you don't understand. I fucking go crazy. You fucking go crazy sometimes with that shit. You're like, bro, what the fuck is this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, though. Y'all saw the sun come out. Then it went and fucking hit back and shit. You know what I'm saying? Some bullshit. I just can't stand being over here, bro. It's not like that in Austin, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I like about Austin the most. Austin's weird, too, like that because, I've noticed this, me personally, I'm just going to say, I feel like, personally, the ground is closer to the sky because I feel like when I was in Austin, that shit was like, the sky was, like, in your fucking face, bro. It was, like, right there. You're like, yeah, what the hell, right there. Swear to God, I don't know what it is. This is how I personally felt. And, like, in the mornings, it kind of looked like this until it hits, like, probably, like, 12-ish. Then, literally, on God, bro, like, the sky just, the wind starts to pick up, and then the clouds just kind of dissipate. And then the sun comes out. I fucking love that shit. Like, I love that shit. When I was in my car, I loved that shit. I love that shit with a passion. Unlike fucking Houston. Houston, the sun just something creeps up on you and shit. But it don't come out, though, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's just coming out, Like how it looks right now is how it's gonna look at night. You know what I'm saying? Like, but in Austin, it's not like that. The clouds pick up at night and they all collect, and then in the morning they dissipate with the wind. You can feel the winds are coming in, and you just literally see these motherfuckers move. You know what I'm saying? Then the sun come out. That's how Austin usually is. You know what I'm saying? That's what I liked about living in Austin and shit versus living in Houston. I fucking can't stand that shit. You know what I'm saying? Houston, bro. You know. But anyways, though, shit. Yeah, bro. So that's what I don't like about people thinking I'm homeless and shit like that. I was like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, back to my story about this shit. So like, I left A-Leaf Center and shit. Then I got soaked as fuck. I went to the Burger King across the street because I was like, fuck. You know what I mean? And I was like looking up. I had like was going through Pinterest and I was looking up vegetarian meals. I think about it could be, you know, being more vegetarian, more vegan, more plant-based, Rastafari, and being more ITAL and shit. Because ITAL is vital, you know. Care about more about my health and just in general and shit. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I'm looking up recipes and little things I can eat, especially as being homeless right now, that I can just kind of make real fast. You know, like I was thinking about looking at like tomato sandwiches and shit, like cucumber sandwiches, just trying to try some shit out. You know, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, all types of different shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit I can make cold. Like, I can buy a can of fucking black beans and corn, can of tomatoes, mix it together, get some herbs, some seasoning, just pack on a seasoning pack and just put that in there and make some cold ass shit that I can eat. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't trying to like go to somebody's fucking shit to warm some shit up type shit. And just looking up shit like that, I can look at that's healthy. You know, and I picked up a few recipes and I was like, you know, at least trying to fucking like, you know, figure them hoes out. Because I was looking at like, you know, people, you can get a veggie sandwich at like, you know, there's all types of veggie sandwiches, but like, you know, you can get literally just vegetables on the sandwich at Subway. And so, you know, I used to do that shit back when I was vegan and shit, but I kind of forgot how it tasted. But I remember like doing that shit. And so I was kind of like, you know, looking at other people on YouTube and shit. They were making like these veggie sandwiches and shit, tomato sandwiches. And I'm like, shit, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, like I started to put goddamn, you know, tomatoes in my sandwiches and shit. And I put the salt and pepper on that hoe, and that should be busting. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So like I was like, shit, you know what I'm saying? Let me try this fucking tomato sandwich and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and this cucumber sandwich, you know, all this type of shit. So I was like, let me go in and see what's up. You know what I mean? Buy me some bread. You know, shit, you know what I'm saying? Bread, cream cheese, some mayonnaise. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, but when it started to rain, I was just down the street from the Walmart. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna just go to the Walmart when this whole ends, you know what I'm saying? We could get my fucking shit, take the bus back to the storage unit. You get what I'm saying? Whoop de whoop, give me a drink tonight. You know, I'm thinking I'm making these plans and shit, and then like it just started raining hard than a fucker in this motherfucker, bro. Just like God had no intentions, you know what I'm saying? God just ended that shit, shut that shit down, you know what I'm saying? Like I be feeling like that scene from 300 and shit. When Leonidas had the fucking his shield up and shit, and it was raining and shit, and they're like, oh, everybody was wilding out. Except Leonidas, he was just sitting there just like all angry and shit, looking like, that's how I felt like this shit. Like, what the fuck, bro? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Straight up, bro. I be feeling like that shit. Out in the rain and shit. I be feeling like what the fuck? Nah, but I was like, yo, and I couldn't even leave, and I was just like, looking at the fucking forecast. As it misses you off too, the forecast will literally say in Texas. And I was looking up on Reddit and all that shit. Niggas living in Conroe, Texas. He was saying this shit like, bro, you look at the forecast when it rains, Texas don't give a fuck. Like, the clouds will switch up on your ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Clouds will be like, man, shit, yeah, you better watch it. You know what I'm saying? You'll be like, the clouds will pull up on you, right? like a op and shit. You'll be all like, and then you be thinking like, yeah, bitch, you better motherfucking run. Then motherfucking turn back like, what the fuck? I was saying, turn the block and just spray you up and shit. I swear to God, the clouds in Houston, the clouds in Texas are like the opposite. You know what I'm saying? They turn the block on your ass and shit, just start spraying you down and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Ricky, like, what the fuck? Like, just drenched and shit. You know what I'm saying? No remorse. Like, this shit's ridiculous. That's how the fucking weather be and shit. You know what I'm saying? They spin the block on your ass, bro. Like, what the fuck? Just spray you and shit. Yeah, you know. So that's what happened to me and shit. So I was like, hell nah. So you look at the forecast, because the forecast be like saying, like, oh, hell nah. This shit was not even supposed to rain today. Don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I checked the fucking shit. This shit said gonna rain for the next 5 hours. I was like, what the fuck? Hell nah. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually that shit happened, stopped in 2 hours. It's like, this some crazy shit, man. And I was at Burger King and I was like, man, I'm hungry. I want to eat my lunch, bro. I want to, you know what I mean? What the fuck? I'm not, and then you don't want to walk around because of the puddles and the darkness, and then like you walking on the street and the motherfuckers splash you with water and all this bullshit. So I was like, fuck that, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Even when you have a car, you don't want to fucking drive in a place that's like flooded because the water gonna come up in your car. Like, I swear to God, bro. It's like, you don't even want to do that shit. You're like, man, what the fuck, bro? I hate when it rains. It just fucks up everything. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up eating at Burger King, and I was like, that shit pissed me off. Because, like, I don't know, these fast food restaurants, I work at a fast food restaurant. These fast food restaurants, man, nowadays are just some pieces of, I don't know what to say. There's something else. Because, like, you order at a fast food restaurant, right? I'm going to say it like this. All fast food restaurants nowadays are online restaurants. You have to order online. If you don't order online, you're not going to get free shit. You're not going to get, you know what I'm saying? Like, all this shit that, like, fast food restaurants used to be and shit, you're not going to get that shit. It's almost kind of like, if you order a fast food restaurant nowadays and you order food, it's hard to explain. It's like, I can't think of the word. I can't think of what I'm trying to say exactly. But I can't form the words, but in some words, it's like you're stopping them from doing their job and they got to take care of you. It's almost like you pay an extra basically for that shit. I don't know how to explain that shit, but that's what it is. Like, you have to order online, because I went to that Burger King and I'm like, oh, the fucking sign said add a drink and a small drink and some small fries for $1.50. And then she had this combo thing where it's like you can get two, you know what I'm saying, cheeseburgers or whatever the fuck, Whopper Juniors, or you can get a snack wrap with the fucking, you know what I'm saying, the Whopper Junior, or it's fucking two goddamn snack wraps. So I had the burger with the snack wrap, and I was like, can I add a drink and a motherfucking fries to that shit with the combo thing up there? I'm like reading that shit. It said burger, or you know what I'm saying, you can order a burger and shit and get it for $1.50 and shit. She was like, oh, that only work with our burgers. And I'm like, bitch, I ordered a fucking burger. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, duh, that's like, what's going on right now? You know what I mean? And I asked her, and I was like, so how does that work? And she's like, you have to order a burger. And it's just like, but that same shit that happens to me when I'm at work. Like, I'll be at work and shit. Then motherfuckers be like, oh, can I add this to the shit? And it changed the price up completely. Or it fuck up the whole thing. And you be like, you get frustrated. And it's like, that shit's frustrating than a motherfucker. And it's like, I don't even want to eat here, bro. I was going to eat me some fucking salad and shit. I had my whole bowl with me and everything. I was going to go, you know what I'm saying? Do to my little, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I was gonna go grocery shop, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's like, it started raining, so I got stuck at Burger King, so I was like, fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like, what the fuck? Then that shit cost me like $7, $8 and shit for a small snack wrap and a motherfucking shit and a small drink. I was like, what the fuck, bro? This little bitty ass cheeseburger, I finished in like 3 bites. A snack wrap, I finished in like 3 bites. You know what I'm saying? And like, bro, this is not this. This is like, bro, I'm talking about like, this shit was like this small. Like, what the fuck, bro? I'm like, come on, bro, $7, $8. This some bullshit. So then, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember ordering online, like, last year. I can't remember what time it was. Last year, I think it was, like, probably, like, shit, August, September, October. Yeah, like, it was, like, you know what I'm saying, September or some shit, maybe last year. I ordered from Burger King around my mom's neighborhood and shit online. And, yeah, you know, I remember having some deals for some shit. And just in general, so then I was like, bro, because I be at work, and sometimes people be getting pizzas for, like, $3. I'm like, how the fuck the hell $3 for $25 and shit for a pizza and shit? They do it online. You know what I'm saying? Even sometimes with your fucking cell phone service and shit, whatever, your provider, they might fucking hook you up with some shit. They have a deal and shit. Like T-Mobile will have a deal with fucking Little Caesars and shit. You can get a fucking pizza for like $4. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. So I'm like, let me go online, you know what I'm saying? So I looked online, bro, they got fucking hella motherfucking deals and shit. So then like I got me like a Whopper and shit with some fries and shit and a Whopper Junior for like $9, bro. What the fuck, bro? I was like, nigga, like that shit had me fucked up. It was not a Whopper, a double Whopper and shit with cheese. I was like, bro, how the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is about fast food nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You gotta order online. Do not order at the fucking shit. They're gonna tax you. Just like, you know what I'm saying, drug deals and shit. They don't know you and shit. They gotta go a long way. They're gonna tax the shit out that weed and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with motherfucking food and shit. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna tax the shit out of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how that shit be like. If you're not a member, if you're not a part of their membership, you know what I mean? You're not a motherfucking fan. You're not in part of the end game and shit. You're not in the in crowd and shit. You're not a member. You're not part of the rewards plan or whatever the fuck. You're going to be charged. You're going to be taxed. And that's how it's going on and shit. That's the right word. They're going to tax the shit out of that shit. And that's why I'm like, oh, bro, what the fuck? I would never, bro. But that's just not that shit. It's in general, bro. Like, I don't know. I just go places and it's annoying ass little shit. Like yesterday, I was at Circle K and shit, and they had little 99s and shit, you know what I'm saying? Shot, whatever the fuck. And like, they had no more, and they had like on the bottom, they had like the pack, a whole pack, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, type shit. And I'm like, bro, you selling them small ones anyways. Can I open up the pack and get one? And that nigga was like, nah, we sell them by the pack. And I'm like, looking at this nigga like, okay. And then like one time I came in and I was like, yo, what kind of liquor is it? Because I'm trying to read it and see if it's vodka, gin. You know, what is this shit? This nigga like, I'm like, you know what this is? He's like, no, I have no idea. I'm just like, it's just certain things like that shit. I do not fuck with. That's what I like about Austin too. Like when you go to Austin, they know what they're doing. Every single thing, they know it. It's not just hearsay. They're not just going through the motions. They know what they're doing. And that's why I appreciate Austin shit. You know, everything expensive as shit. It's because they know what they're doing. Motherfuckers here don't know what they fucking doing. That's why I don't like Houston and shit. That's why I'm like these businesses and shit. I don't like going. That's why I don't go out and shit. Type shit. I don't be going like, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I don't go out to eat and all that shit because motherfuckers don't know what they doing. It just be some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, what the fuck? I get aggravated too quickly with that shit, and I don't like going places and giving people attitude. But I gotta give niggas attitude. That's why I smacking my lips like, the fuck? I ain't gonna give you straight up attitude. I ain't gonna be a bitch about it, but I'm gonna be like, nah, 86 that shit, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, oh, I'm okay, man. I'll fucking decline that shit. Or I'll just be like, fuck it. All right, let's do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Black guys ain't picky like that. But like, yeah, you know, because like, this shit ridiculous. Like, I don't understand that shit, bro. That should be weird as fucking hell to me. Like, you just go to businesses, they don't know what the fuck. Like, even the other day, I went to the fucking liquor store. So I give me some samplers and shit. All he had was fucking cream rum, different flavors of cream rum, one type of fucking bottle of fucking vodka, and some cinnamon whiskey fireball type shit. I'm like, nigga, damn, like you got this new Texas liquor store, big ass sign, grand opening, and this is what you have. It's like, I swear to God, bro, Houston is like, do not fall for any hype in Houston. Anytime you see a sign in Houston that says like, oh, we got you on any level, you know what I'm saying, in your mind, like, all I need is a white rose for this fucking, we sell white roses, fresh white roses. They ain't selling the white roses. They ain't got that shit. They ain't got it. And that's why I can't stand about Houston and, in Texas in general, but especially fucking Houston, especially with Texas in general. Like places in Texas, they'll have a sign out saying that they do this shit, and they don't do that shit. Like, I swear to God, I don't know what the fuck that's up with that shit, but that's some real shit. You'll have a sign out saying, we do your tires. They don't do your tires. The only places I've been to in Texas, and they were like, oh, we do this. They'll make a whole commercial and have that shit advertisement all out. And then you get there, oh, we don't do this shit. Oh, we don't really finance cars. Like, what the fuck? And why did you say you do? Like, you know what I mean? I've literally been to jobs where we pay $17 an hour for the security job. You go there, we only pay $11. Like, bro, what the fuck? I'm out, bro. I'm out. Like, y'all motherfuckers, they be bullshitting like a motherfucker, just the real motherfuckers in and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't like being around here, bro. That's why I like being around here. And then motherfuckers think they can fucking like fuck you in the ass because they have jurisdiction and shit over shit. But it's like, man, they got, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got jurisdiction over me. You feel me? Like, fuck you. Yeah, that's how I personally feel with this shit. You always gotta have this fuck you attitude with people here in Texas because motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? They be on some bullshit. Straight up, they be on some fuckery. So that's that. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second, get some water. Got that big ass fucking goddamn jug of fucking water. Nephew, I get that big ass drink of bold. I be calling my fucking nephew that shit. Nephew! I get that big ass drink of bold. He's like, let your coochie breathe. Like, bro, why you letting the coochie breathe? Is it hot? Is it steaming? Or it's got a little bit of stank on. Like, oh shit. Yo, gotta watch that shit. Maybe when my phone charges up all the way, I'll try to show y'all if we got time. You know, yeah. But yeah, I'm just at a point right now. Personally, I've been wanting to motherfucking come to this park and chill for a fucking minute because like I don't like being around fucking people, bro. Like I swear, bro, I don't like being around people. That's why most of my videos you won't see me around people and shit because I don't like being around people, bro. I really don't like being amongst the motherfuckers. I don't like being amongst the masses of motherfuckers. I swear, I cannot. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers are goddamn weirdos, bro. They vultures. They're fucking demons. They creatures. And on a spiritual level, you know, I'm gonna go there and shit. Motherfuckers are vampires. You know what I mean? They're trolls. They're, you know what I'm saying? What's his name? There's ogres and shit. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers really are like these creatures. Like they fit the profile. You know, energy vampires. They suck all the energy out. It's like motherfuckers suck all the vital energy out of your blood. You got fucking trolls. I'm the grumpy old troll who lives under the bridge. Y'all know about that Dora Explorer type shit, you know what I'm saying? They want to come up out of nowhere and fucking start talking shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's trolls and shit, you know what I'm saying? You got ogres and shit. I'm pretty much one of those, you know, my demon level or demon fucking entity. I can turn into many different fucking demon entities. My demon entity is like an ogre and shit, where it's like, you know, like Shrek, he's want to be left the fuck alone and shit. You know what I'm saying? But he don't have to. If he needs to go get what he needs, he gonna fuck around and fucking motherfucker up. If he fucking catch you, and you know what I'm saying, in his shit or around him, you know what I'm saying, he gonna fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you know what I'm saying. An ogre is and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You got different type of demons and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't go into all of them right now, but you know, real shit. You know, all the motherfuckers, all the Count Chocula and all them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. You know. Frankenstein and fucking mummies and shit like that. All these motherfuckers is real entities. Serial killers are motherfucking werewolves. Narcissists are fucking vampires. You know what I'm saying? These are fucking real fucking goddamn, you know what I'm saying, symbolic fucking entities and shit. Motherfuckers act like and shit. But I digress. You know what I'm saying? For I was even going with this shit. But yeah, I don't go outside and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, motherfuckers, I say outside, I mean, I'm outside, but, like, I don't, like, go out in the public areas where I'm around motherfucking people because people be on some bullshit. And I don't be, and it's not even just that. Like, sometimes I just don't give a fuck. I want to curse. I want to fucking be able to be like, man, fuck y'all motherfucking niggas. You know what I'm saying? I want to say that shit. I want to scream to the heavens, eat my ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, real shit. What's that fucking movie with Ryan Reynolds and fucking Samuel Jackson? That was a funny ass movie. I think it was on Tubi, but like I think the bodyguard's assistant or some shit like that. That was a funny ass fucking movie. He's like, man, motherfucker. He was like, I've never heard somebody say motherfucker. It was a funny ass little, you know what I mean? Like that was a good fucking duo to like making a movie. I ain't gonna lie. Very unexpected though. You know what I mean? Like you don't think about Ryan Reynolds and Samuel Jackson, but together, that motherfuckers made some funny ass shit. That shit was funny as fuck. he was like, I've never heard somebody use motherfucking so many times. But the way Ryan, you know, I've never heard somebody say motherfucker that many times in one sentence. He's like, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. Oh man, that shit was hilarious, bro. Yeah, bro. Shit. Yeah. I'm like, god damn. But, shit. Back to work though. Hope we got time. I'm not gonna talk about it. I don't really want to talk about it too much, to be honest, because it's very touchy and shit. But I guess I'll make another video about it. Talking about transgender issues and shit that I'm feeling right now. It's crazy. You know, that's another reason why I ain't gonna lie to you. At some certain level, I left my parents' house I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna front like, you know. I'm talking about it because we don't go deeper. We'll probably make another video for it, but to go deeper into it. But like, I'm just gonna start off by saying like, like it's really crazy, being a download nigga because like there's different types of download niggas. That's the people don't even know. Like, there's different types of download niggas. Now everybody's of course each to their own, right? But sometimes people have the same opinions, reasonings for things, and such and so forth. And there's a large percentage of people to where you can count of all the people that are like this. There's people in that subsector or whatever of people that are like this. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So you get what I'm saying? Like, I just know I can't go into all the deepness of it, but I just noticed there's different types. You know what I'm saying? I haven't never really identified them, like placed a name and labeled and all that shit, but I kind of can tell based off of what I've seen in the media, social media, and things and so forth. Because you have some download niggas that are gay, right? But like, you know what I'm saying? They don't. You know what I mean? First of all download niggas are not gay. That's the first thing. They don't identify as gay, and that is a person that wants to be a part of the LGBT community, so to speak. You get what I'm saying? Or at least open to be like, I'm a part of the LGBT community. You know what I'm saying? And some download niggas, you know what I'm saying? So that's all download niggas in general. But some download niggas, you know what I'm saying, they are gay. They are a part of the LGBT community and shit like that. They just don't let nobody know. They're discreet with the shit. Then you have motherfuckers that, you know what I'm saying, that aren't a part of the LGBT community that are down low, you know what I'm saying, type shit. Like, they don't identify. You have some people that identify as gay, they just down low with it. Then you have some people that don't identify as gay, right? But they know they gay. I know it makes no fucking sense, but they know they like doing gay shit, but they don't identify as gay. You get what I'm saying? They just don't identify as gay. They identify as a man, in so many words, that has sex with men because they're having sex. You know what I mean? They horny, they want to get off, so they just do that shit. You get what I'm saying? So they're not, in their mind, they don't see it as something real. They don't see like, oh, I'm going to get married. Two men can't get married and shit. Two men can't have babies. Two men can't fucking, you know what I'm saying, get a mortgage and shit or some shit. That's how they think. They think like, oh, two men can't motherfucking co-fucking parent, or two men can't fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just don't think on that shit. So they only see gay shit as sexual endeavors just so they can get off. You know, niggas go to jail type shit and they be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, they get some gay shit in jail, but they're not gay when they come out. It's like that type of shit. Like, nah, nigga, that was jail. That's jail. You doing fucking booty holes on the outside. You know what I'm saying? That Childish Gambino shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how I'm saying. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? It's that type of shit. Then you have niggas, shit. And then there's different. Then there's, because of the association with females and femininity, you get what I'm saying? You have a lot of people that are in, that are so-called, in the so-called LGBT community, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? That are effeminate, feminine, flamboyant, and men are, these men are attracted to them and shit, and engage in sexual situations with them motherfuckers. And so they don't identify as gay. So you have some people that fuck with trans women, they fuck with cross-dressers, they fuck with femboys, they fuck with, feminine gay men, they fuck with flamboyant gay men, whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? They fuck with these motherfuckers, and they don't think they're gay because of it. You know what I mean? They're like, well, the motherfucker act like a bitch anyways, like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? So, then you have that. Now, in all these scenarios, I'm saying most more or less, motherfuckers fuck with them because they're taking the feminine role, so they don't feel like they're gay. Even if they're doing it, you know what I'm saying, they don't feel like they're gay. But you have some people, this is where it flips the script, that are bottoms. Because these people I'm talking about, they're usually tops. The bottoms now, the down low bottoms, are probably one of the worst because, in my personal opinion, like you can't bottom and not be gay. Like that shit make no fucking sense. You can't be sucking a nigga dick and taking up the ass and say you're not fucking gay. That shit weird as fuck. I digress though, right? But these niggas think that shit because they thinking that okay, a man uses his dick for fucking for sexuality. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm not engaging in sexual intercourse like that with the man. Like, I get off sexually by sucking a nigga's dick and taking up the ass, but I'm not using my dick. You know what I'm saying? This is some weird shit. This is how my homie used to be like, and I can tell this is how because this is how he was. This nigga loved sucking dick. He loved taking up the ass, but like he didn't identify as gay. And when I came out as gay, this nigga was on some like, look at me like, what the fuck? Like, why you coming out? Like, why you coming out? What the fuck is this shit? I'm thinking like, nigga, what do you mean you're gayer than me? I'm thinking you're gayer than me, nigga. You want to suck in the fucking. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Are you gay? How you gonna ask me that? How you go? Ain't nobody bending me over. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so you doing the bending? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Some bullshit. What you saying? Like, this nigga, like, so in his mind, they don't think they gay and shit for that shit. And you like, bro, that's literally the gayest thing you could possibly do. You know? But that's how they think and shit. So it's like, they'll have sex with their wives. They enjoy fucking their wives, but they like getting fucked. So they'll fucking have sex with a dude on that level, but they don't think that they're gay for it because they're, like I said, they don't believe that men are supposed to be together. Men are supposed to be in love. You know what I'm saying? They don't believe that men can fall in love with each other, so they just have the sex and that's it. You get what I'm saying? So that's how weird that shit be like. And a lot of them are not effeminate either. They're not effeminate. They just like to have sex. They like to suck men's dicks. They like to motherfucking, you know, they're dudes that like to be like, yeah, what's up, dude? What's this? Oh shit, a dick? Huh. Okay, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And they fucking, you know, they'll fucking gobble you up. You know what I'm saying? Just stick that in my ass, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just stand there while you fucking them and you just smack. You know what I mean? Just, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, that feels good. Oh, hit that shit. You know what I mean? That's how they fucking. So you're thinking like, what the fuck? They don't think that they're gay. You get what I'm saying? Because they're not acting effeminate. They're not effeminate, and so that's what I'm saying. But you be thinking like, bro, that's probably more gay than fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like, but what? I digress. You know. But yeah. So it's like there's so many different types of download dudes and shit. I forgot what my point of this shit is, but yeah, you know. And that brings me into cross-dressing. Like, cross-dressing is kind of the same shit. That's my point of all this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, cross-dressing is kind of the same shit, you know? It's like, motherfuckers do that shit to express femininity. It's like, it's not expressing that you want to be a female or you love that females put on makeup or something. I don't know how to explain that. Females put on makeup, so you want to be a female to some degree. It's not expressing that you want to be a female. It's just expressing, because I was going to say gender expression, but I don't want to confuse anybody to make them think like, okay, only females are gender, or that's a female's a gender. So, you know, females are sex, first of all, but females are gender, and you know what I'm saying? Like, if female put on makeup, that means you want to be a female if you put on makeup. That's not what that's saying. It's like you enjoy prettiness. You enjoy expressing feeling cute and feeling pretty. It makes you feel innocent. It makes you get in touch with your inner child. These are the things that happen. So, whatever the fuck, right? Maybe it makes you feel powerful. You know what I'm saying? Because you're able to turn on a man. You know what I mean? So it's a sexual prowess. You know what I'm saying? That you feel and shit. It's a more immediate gratification versus being a man, because men are not really lusted after. You know what I'm saying? Through their bodies and shit, maybe because of what they're wearing and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's not an immediate sexual lust. Like, you don't look at a man in a suit and be like, that suit's just making me want to fucking grab his fucking chest and shit. You know what I mean? No, when you look at a female and her clothes and shit, you be like, that ass is popping out there. I want to grab that ass. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, men's clothes don't usually do that shit. And so it's like a sexual immediate like notification of like, okay, like sexual power. So things like these are all the different aspects. I'm just saying. So what I'm saying. But they don't think that they're women. You get what I'm saying? And so they might act effeminate. They might dress feminine. You get what I'm saying? When they're cross dressing, whatever. But that's not their identity. You get what I'm saying? And that's what cross dressers are. That's why it's not really a fetish. It's really more of a hobby, I would say. That's why really those people will be considered like drag queens. You get what I'm saying? But drag queen is more of a performance. Like those drag queens literally do that shit as a performance. Cross dressers don't really do it as a performance. They do it as a sense of expression. You get what I'm saying? Now here's the problem where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? It's the gender fluidity itself. You know what I'm saying? Mixed with the down lowness. So you have, first of all, I'll explain gender fluidity. The gender fluidity is more complicated because when you do those things, right? Here's the hard part. This is the whole fucking tricky part. When you do those things, do they make you feel as though you are female? You get what I'm saying? And even if you had that was your gender expression, right? Like, do you identify with that expression? Like, it's like we all like to express certain things. Like, at the end of the day, you might be a warrior at heart. You watch shows and movies and shit, right? You've seen some fucking movies. Niggas a warrior. It's a whole bunch of fucking Vikings and shit about to go fucking, but they be laughing. They be fucking joking around. So it's expression. They like to express laughter. They like to express joy. But it doesn't mean that they're a fucking playful person all the time. No, they're not a playful person. You get what I'm saying? They're warriors. That's really what I'm saying. It's about identity. It's like, so is that who they identify as? It's like, no. And that's what cross-dressers be. But gender fluid people, they identify with that. So that's the fucking issue, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? Is that they identify with that. So it's like, so with when they identify with that, when gender fluid people cross-dress, so to speak, their identity does change, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? It changes. But it's like, do they identify as a female? You get what I'm saying? And how much realization do they need to embark on to make that shit, real for them, if that makes sense? And this what causes the dysphoria. That's based on what I'm saying. Because the whole notion, go back to what I was saying in the beginning, femininity is associated with females. So it's like, how to make you, so it's not, you know what I mean? Like, you really want to be feminine, but you need to be female to be feminine. You get what I'm saying? And so when you having that cognitive dissonance that down low niggas have because of the consensus, it's like motherfuckers don't really know whether or not, you know what I mean? Like, they need to go through medical transitions, you know what I'm saying, to do that shit, not because it's all based off of, you know what I'm saying, the dysphoria, because the shit is drastic. You get what I'm saying? You only do that shit on a drastic level. You don't do that shit because out of gender euphoria. You're not gonna see many people that have gender euphoria that want to like go on hormones and get surgeries and shit because it's drastic. You know what I'm saying? They got to take that. Most of them take their time. They really take their time when it comes to that type of thing. They don't just rush into it. And so, it's really complicated on that level. You get what I'm saying? And so because of all this what brings like an AGP, Anagonophile type of like mentality and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So where I'm at is like it's a mixture between the down low and that shit, because it's like, I like to cross dress. I like to fucking have gender expression of being feminine and shit. I like to fucking have sexual, situations with men. But it's like, how the fuck are males or whatever the fuck? How do I break open that mold? When I've like hid it from myself so long. And that's what the hard part about it, all this shit is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you might be gender fluid, but should you transition? You know what I'm saying? And because you don't, there's a sense of not being real enough because of your assigned, your assigned gender at birth. you can feel like, you get what I'm saying? You can feel like maybe you're not female enough, you know? And so you need to go through these things to make yourself more female. You get what I'm saying? Cross-dressing is not enough because it's just you feel like you're just a drag queen. It's just makeup and fucking shit. It's not like, it's not solidified, and your mental might have switched. Literally, you might have, like I said before, it's in your hyperthermos. It might start secreting estrogen for whatever reason. When what Wills was saying is when you want to cross dress, you feel that urge or whatever. It's because of the fucking hyperthermos. You know what I mean? You're getting the estrogen that's filling up your brain, so you're feeling more like a woman, but you don't know how you look down. Your body's a man, and it's like you dress like a man, and so you try to dress like a woman. But you know, if you took all the clothes off, when you went back to regular life, you're not that shit. And so, like, that's what fucks you up. You know, that's what fucks you up. And so, you know, that's when dysphoria really comes into play. You get what I'm saying? And so that's the problem that, you know, you're facing and shit. And so it's really hard for you to fucking, like, to know what to do, because on a realistic level, you know, like, okay, this is your body. You know, this is your body. You have to accept that shit. And so a lot of trans people are really being pressured by society, so to speak, to transition. You know? But I digress. You know what I'm saying? Because there's this thought you're always going to have, like, yeah, if I'm like, you know, you start to get desperate in your mind and feel like, man, if I, like, cut my penis off, or like if I had a vagina, or if you know sexual reassignment surgery exists and transition exists. Now that you know it exists, you're thinking like, man, if I could just do that shit, like I could be myself without fucking problems. You know? And as you start thinking that shit, but on a medical level, it's not always healthy. You know, I've seen documentaries and videos where like some trans people, you know, you gotta start past a certain age and they can't even take hormones because it's like, it's just, it fucks with their health so much. You get what I'm saying? You know, you can't take sexual reassignment surgery. It's gonna fucking kill you. A lot of trans women talk about that because they get too old and they cut off the nuts, and then they don't produce testosterone or estrogen and shit anymore. Flowing through their body, it's not flowing through their body. You get what I'm saying? And so it's like, it can kill them. It can make their bones brittle and their fucking body very brittle, and you know what I mean, weak. So that's why it's really fucked up. You know what I mean? You know, that's why you see a lot of other trans people try to go alternative routes. You see a lot of trans people do alternative shit. You know? Real shit. And that's why people don't understand. That's why it's like, people don't understand trans people have always been here, because motherfuckers that literally always took her, you know, I've done my research, like, fucking, what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio, not DiCaprio, what is it? Is that his name and shit? Leonardo da Vinci and shit, right? Leonardo da Vinci. Not the actor. Leonardo da Vinci and shit. So I'm thinking about the Django and shit now and shit. Like, I gotta find the right nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, real shit. But yeah, anyways, though, you know, you gotta find the right nigga for the right price. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker here, bro. But anyways, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't call me a nigga. That's what Jamie Foxx said. He was like, Leonardo DiCaprio called me a fucking nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. But anyways, though, yeah, Leonardo da Vinci, like, he sold, like, I don't know if it's horse urine. Don't quote me on this shit. I don't even remember where I found this information. You know what I'm saying? He sold, like, horse urine to, like, male to female eunuchs, basically. If you don't know eunuchs, that's basically what trans women are. You know, pre-surgical eunuchs. You know, to give them more estrogen or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is. People have all been doing a lot of shit. Go to the ancient world, you see a lot of fucking different types of people, that have done this. We as human beings, I mean, damn, motherfuckers built the pyramid. You know what I'm saying? You think they didn't know what to do with the nutsacks? You know what I'm saying? Shit. You feel what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, so that's the whole situation about that situation. It's very, you have to know what you're doing. And it depends on the person's body. And that's the thing people don't understand. But it's really unfair for a person who is transgender because they can't cut their nuts off. You know what I'm saying? That they have to, not be able to be themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because they look like a man. You know what I mean? They grow a beard. You know what I mean? It's fucked up. And so that's the problem. But at the same time, you also have to realize we can't change society based off of that, because society is a whole bunch of fucking, evil motherfuckers. So the reason why they assign you a certain gender at birth is for you being you. You don't have no knowledge, so you have to use your fucking body. You have no knowledge and you have no motherfucking property, so you can't use anything besides your body. So you have to sell your body, you know what I'm saying, or rent your body out and shit to get wealth from other motherfucking people in a society. You get what I'm saying? And so the first thing is going to be is based off of you being a man or a woman. You know what I'm saying? Based off your physical traits and shit like that. And so that's what that is. So it sucks on that level. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice big water bottle. It sucks on that level, but it is what it is. And so, I mean, that's the situation right there when it comes to that shit. Because I was having a hard time. It's hard to get back into it, and that's why I moved out of my mom's house. I moved out, but that's why I kind of got glad I got kicked out. I was kind of want to leave anyways, because it's just I could not express that shit there. It's hard for me to express this shit, in all cases and scenarios. It's hard for me to express femininity because society just really doesn't like me to do that shit. And it's traumatized me. I'm not even gonna hold you. When I was in Austin and shit, and then I came out, and the motherfuckers were treating me like shit at work, and da-da-da-da, and it was yo. And then when you realize that, people can really kill you. That's probably the worst fucking thing right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. When you faced it, when you actually have been in a situation where somebody, pointed a gun at you, somebody I'm on some real shit. I know y'all some motherfuckers, hard motherfuckers out there. You know what I'm saying? We all hard motherfuckers. We all, you know what I'm saying? We ready for the bullshit. Because, you know what I'm saying? We know the world we live in. But, no. You know what I mean? Especially if you're not trying to live that way, No one really wants to live that way. You want to be safe. And especially when you're feminine, you want to be able to be in that childlike state. You know what I'm saying? So you can feel the innocence and the femininity and the cuteness and all that type of shit. But you can't do that shit when motherfuckers is trying to kill you. It's fucked up. So you need a safe space to be vulnerable and shit. And so that's the problem. When you ain't got that safe space, it really makes you realize that you can't do that shit. So I like to think of it as my masculinity protects my femininity. You get what I'm saying? And so that's how I personally feel about things. But it's really hard to be around people in a very intimate or private setting like your home, and you can't fucking do that shit. You have to pretend gay and LGBT shit don't even exist. It's just fuck this. I can't do this. Just so you have a place to stay and running water and all shit. It's not worth it. And so that's why, things like that is why people kind of go crazy and shit. Trans people go crazy or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? It's because they just can't stand the fucking bullshit anymore. So that's that shit. But, I'm not in a space where I feel I can do that shit. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? But last night, I got drunk. I started watching these gender swap movies and shit on YouTube, Sam, or this guy who turns into a woman and shit, calls nobody his best friend. I actually love that fucking movie. Another one from Disney Channel movie and shit. Body swap or some shit. You know, there's a lot of fucking like gender swap movies and shit where a boy turns into a girl and then, you know what I'm saying, or gets in the body of a girl that he knows at school or some shit, and then vice versa. And it was weird because I was watching that shit and that kind of fucked me up too. It triggered me because it was like I didn't know how to feel. You know, because a lot of fucking flamboyant men, feminine men or whatever, or even like pre-transition like trans women, they act like what they would look like, what they would look like is like the boy character, like the physical body of the boy actor who's really a woman inside of his body and shit because they swapped bodies or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And then he'll be like putting a towel around his fucking chest and shit, and you know what I mean? Like he's speaking femininely or some shit like that, or be all shy and timid or cry. Like you'd be thinking like, what the fuck? You know, like that's not me. Like even if I was, you know what I'm saying? Like trans, like that's not me though. You know what I mean? Like that's not how I am. Like I wouldn't be like that. You know? And so that's when I realized, like, oh, I'm like gender non-conforming on that aspect. You're a trans person who's gender non-conforming. You're gonna be like non-binary. That's why non-binary does exist, because those are traits that we associate with gender. We associate the female gender or the feminine gender or whatever the fuck to be on a binary scale, which is two, which is feminine or masculine, to be like this. So if you want to be a feminine being, you need to be a woman. You need to act like this. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to be a physical woman, I have like I have physical dysphoria, which means like I want to look like a woman. Doesn't mean I want to act like a woman. You get what I'm saying? And that's the whole point about it is dysphoria is not you wanting to be trans. It's really just your mind having problems being able to express who you are without being that actual sex. You get what I'm saying? That's associated with it. And so it's like, I don't have a problem. You know, I want to look like a female, so I get treated like a female, but at the same time, I don't want to act like a female. So it's like you want to be like a butch female or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like Sam from iCarly and all this type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like real shit, you know what I mean? You want to be like a bad bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like comes in a motorcycle and shit. Like I don't give a fuck, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how you want to act like and shit. It's just things like this, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't know how to explain that shit, but that's how I personally felt like. Because I was watching the female actor, right, which is like the guy who switched bodies with this girl, and now he's a female. Like I'm seeing him act and all this shit, and I'm just like, that's how I would act. I'd be like, I don't understand this shit. Like in the movie, she was like, oh my god, you fucking didn't back her up. You're a fucking asshole. Yeah, they're talking to each other, right? The kids that swap bodies and shit. She to the guy, you know what I'm saying? I was talking to the girl, but then the guy's a girl in the guy's body, and then there's a guy in the girl's body. So like he's talking to her, right? Talking about some, oh my god, you broke girl code, what the fuck? And then like, you know what I'm saying? She's all like, what the fuck is this girl code shit? Like boy code shit? What the fuck? Like girls don't even fucking help each other out. Y'all don't even like each other and shit. It's like boys help each other out. What the fuck? Y'all just be shitting on each other and shit. Like, I'm like, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And that's why I was like, bro. And so it makes sense. It's like you might want to be a woman, but you don't want to fucking. That's why there's women out here that identify as women, but they don't like being around other women. Because that's a part of fucking the female shit. That's part of being a feminine female being and shit in the human, you know, ecosystem and shit when it comes to society and shit. Like, this is what that shit is. Like, so you could like being a male, you could like being a female more. There's certain aspects of the shit, you know what I'm saying? Like being female, you like certain aspects of being male, you like. So you can be all together. Maybe you like being a complete male, and then sometimes you like being a complete female. So that's why people are gender fluid. So it's like it's different. You know what I mean? That's why right now I probably identify as gender fluid because I want to be able to do that shit. So, you know what I mean? But I don't need a cross dress to even fucking do that, to feel that type of state of being. You know what I'm saying? So to speak. But yeah, you know, like that's probably what I did. Like it's just like watch the movie, and then like I got kind of bad because then like I kind of like I don't know. I started watching femdom. It's like, and there's phases to this shit, especially when you like, the people that have like AGP and shit like that. There's a lot of like psychological things that you try to do because it's such a resistance in your mind to like do these things. You be feeling some type of resistance in your mind. Like I have to like watch femdom, sissy crossdresser femdom, for me to fucking break open this shell and shit. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I have to be like shitted on by women, so to speak. Maybe more or less verbally, or just like, I don't know how to explain this shit. Like, I have to be feminized by women to fucking be able to, feel. I need to feel first. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta break down that male ego that tells me to not be feminine. You know what I'm saying? So I can be feminine, if that makes sense. And so that's what I'm trying to explain. So you have to fucking like break that shit down by like, you know what I'm saying, watching like femdom verbal humiliation to fucking them to be like, you're not a real man, this shit. Just so it can break you down and shit, you know what I'm saying? So you can fucking like shatter the glass shattered and like, you know what I mean, the real you fucking comes out and shit. And it's like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? Or the fucking shit on the inside, you know what I'm saying? That's what sucks about that shit, you know? And it's why I'm thinking about it right now. It's kind of true in all aspects of even society. Like, male ego doesn't really support female ego. You know what I mean? While female ego supports male ego. It's kind of ironic. And that's probably why these females be out here like hating on men all the time, because they know that they don't really support them. You know what I mean? And when it comes to ego, you know what I mean? So women gotta hype themselves up. That's why women fucking have to shit on each other, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, they only got each other and shit. So like, you can't double cross me. You double cross me, you're a piece of shit. You're a sellout, so to speak. So that's why they fucking be like, man, fuck that bitch. You know? And then when it comes to somebody else's greatness, because only one can make it, only one can be number one. It's like, bitch, hello, you know what I'm saying? You gotta accept that shit. You're not number one, Which females are already doing that shit already when it comes to men. So, But anyways, what a mouthful. Yeah, that's why it's like I don't really know. You know what I mean? How I feel about it right now. It's like I just feel like not until I get my own fucking crib am I gonna like really go all the way out. But right now it's like I don't really know. I really don't know how to feel about this shit right now. But that's all I gotta say right now about that shit. Let's see if my phone charged all the way. Put some videos on or whatever. Watch that shit and see what's up. I think I'm probably gonna call it. We're almost 2 hours in, almost an hour and 30 minutes in. I'm getting really fucking tired. Kind of got the itis, that chicken and shit. But that's how I personally feel like. But it awakened me. You know what I mean? Like, it awakened me watching that shit yesterday. Because I like cried and shit. It was like really hard to watch that shit. Like, when I say hard, it was like I was getting so like excited. Like I was getting so excited and just like I don't even know what the word I'm looking for. Like I started to get like gender euphoria. Like, but more. It was more like just not dysphoria, but just like the verbal humiliation was really like it made me cry, because it was like, yeah, like, especially like I watched the ones where like different type of mistresses compilation, and they're like calling you a faggot and how much you like cock and all this type of shit. It was just sissy faggot and shit, and like I love that shit. Like I do. Like it was like shit was so invigorating, just to like feel like this sense of like ease off your chest. Like, yes, I don't have to be this manly ass man, but you want to be. A part of you wants to be, not because of society roles. You enjoy being a man. You love being a man too. And it's hard on the level. You know what I mean? To feel like, because it's not about not being a man. It's just when you're a man, you're told not to be a girl. So like, you feel kind of like sad about that shit, but it kind of like hardens your heart. But when you watch that type of shit, fucking sexy ass females, you know what I'm saying? Especially as a male, you're supposed to be attracted to sexy ass females, and you probably are. You know, depending on your sexuality, I'm pansexual. It's like these sexy ass bitches, you know, are telling me that I'm really a bitch and I really like cock, and they show me a picture of a fat ass cock. I get turned on, and I'm just like, and they're just like, you're probably staring at this big ass cock right now. You're fucking probably turned on right now, and you're like, oh shit, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you're just like, no, it's true. like say it ain't so. You know what I'm saying? Like that scene from fucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where he saw his mom fucking his girlfriend's dad and shit. He was like, oh, mama, no. Oh. You him here? I need a moment. Like real shit. Like as if you feel like, oh, no. Mama, no. Oh. You know what I mean? So you feel like dead ass, like you feel like that shit, like, oh shit. And then they just keep on fucking grilling you and shit. Like, yeah, you're a fucking faggot and shit. You probably want to fucking slob on this fucking guy's cock. You'd be like, damn, like, fuck. Like, I do. Like, what the fuck? But you would never say that shit in, like, anybody in real life, though, because the down lowness of you, or just in general, like, the cross-dressiness of you, you know what I mean? Like, you'll never fucking say that shit in real life. You know what I mean? And so that's what makes you like, oh my God. You know, and those things are what breaks you down, and then like, you know what I mean? It just makes you feel like, you know, very effeminate and shit like that. You know what I mean? And that's call you a faggot, not just for the sex shit, but just the fact that you're so fucking gay, you like being girly and all this shit. You're just like, oh my God, like I do though. You know what I mean? So it's like the cross-dressing and the gay sex that make you feel like really kind of like, oh my God, like they're so shunned upon, but, you know, shunned upon, but I can't, you know, deny that I like doing those things. It's just like, it fucks you up because, you know, you feel like a man, you know what I mean? And then I'm not gonna lie, there's a little bit of sense of gender dysphoria there. I'm not gonna hold you, it is, because these are really beautiful fucking women, very feminine, you know, beautiful voices. They're fucking perfect fucking women. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes these bitches just always as ugly to the motherfucker, I ain't gonna lie. But when you find, like, you know, a mistress that's just like, I mean, damn, you know, just a beautiful woman. You know what I mean? It's kind of like very fucking intimidating. It's very intimidating. You know what I mean? Because there's just like, and it depends on the person too. Like, you're almost like your dream girl or whatever. Like, I was watching this chick called Goddess Alexa, and she has this like really fucking like cute girly voice. And I was watching this one where she was like talking about like as if like you like stole her fucking panties and shit. She found out you're a crossdresser by checking like your internet fucking browser and like your camera and shit. And I went through your shit and like, see what I'm saying? So she's like, oh my God, you're a fucking cross-dressing sissy freak. And you feel that shit. That's what made me cry when she called me that shit. And I was just like, because you feel like, oh my God, I am a fucking cross-dressing sissy freak. I do like to do this shit. And I started to cry, like really cry, like, oh my God, I'm so ashamed and shit. But I do though, you know what I mean? And it's just like, just admitting like her doing that shit made me admit it to myself, and it helped me move on with that shit. You know what I'm saying? It helped me move on from it, and so now I know that's like who I am. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I like about this shit. There's healing sex, and that's what the whole sexual healing and BDSM is about and shit like that. Like the verbal humiliation, not to just humiliate you. You stay stuck. You're supposed to grow from that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what that shit's about, you know? You know what I'm saying? So the problem is a lot of people get stuck because they think they're those things. Like I said before, like down low men, they like, you know, they'll get stuck in some place. Like I had a friend, he was into fucking femdom too, and women stepping on him and shit because he felt inadequate as a man because he wasn't, I don't know, whatever. But then like he started having sex with me on some forced bi shit because he felt like, I'm a beta male, oh my God, I'm a beta male, you know. And so like, because he wasn't, I guess, wasn't good with girls. And then, you know, the next thing you know, it's like he started having sex with me and being my bottom. And like, I started treating him like a normal person and shit. And he started feeling it was a sense of relief. So it's like he didn't know in his mind, am I actually gay, or is it just like a part of my beta male fetish that I have, forced bi fetish or forced gay fucking fetish or whatever. But at the same time, if he was really healed, he would come to the terms that maybe he's just gay. You know what I'm saying? That's why he feels like a beta male. He doesn't have to feel like an inadequate male, right, who can't have sex with women. He can just have sex with men because he enjoys having sex with men, and that's okay. He doesn't have to like women. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have to like women. He can like good dudes. And that's why I kind of felt like he couldn't, like, process, because he would be like, but you're supposed to like women. So I'm just saying, this is just a fetish. And so he was kind of like on some down low shit. And that's what fucked him up mentally. You know? And I could tell because he didn't understand other people's type of, identities and shit like that and all that. He didn't understand, like, the go around of it. And so that was this little problem and shit. Because I was watching that shit, and it was making me, I ain't gonna lie, and, just a little bit of alcohol too. Just a little bit of alcohol. And this motherfucker, like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit, I was, like, it was just crazy. Like, I was just, like, feeling so fucking effeminate. It was like, damn, I was, like, lisping and shit, impressed, chest out, butt back, you know what I mean? Like, I was just, like, really feeling the effeminacy. And I needed that shit, for my expression. Just for my expression, but, like, the gender dysphoria that comes in is, like, I said, Goddess Alexa, she was, like, talking, and I was like, she was like, repeat after me, and I repeat that shit in my mind, right? And I'm, like, speaking like a girl in my mind, though, which you can do because it's your brain, You can be as high pitched as you want to be in your brain, but, like, out in real life, though, like, what the fuck? Like, my voice is fucking masculine as fuck. And then I started thinking about, like, different AGPs, and I was thinking about, like, Finster on YouTube. If you don't know who Finster is, like, it's femboy. I'm trying to conclude that's a trans woman because I forgot titties. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, so his voice is so fucking deep. And then I've seen, like, YouTube videos where, like, or Instagram videos where, like, these trolls or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, these internet trolls will be, like, a trans woman, and then, like, they will have their voice be deep as fuck, or a femboy. And then this one guy, he fucking, they prank guys, right? They come on the thing, chat, and they like, oh my god, you're hot. And they're like, thanks, bro. And then they'd be like, oh, hell no. Excuse me. Indigestion. So one guy was like, oh, hell yeah, baby. And then, like, he was like, the femboy was like, oh, God. And he was like, oh, you weren't ready. And the other guy was like, you weren't ready for that shit. You think I'm not into that type of shit? I'm like, I am. He was like, oh, God. He started smiling and shit. Like, exactly. And that would bring me, I forgot all this shit. But I think what sparked all this right now, I'm not going to lie to you, is because, one, I haven't had sex in a while. No partners. Just masturbation. Weak masturbation at that, because I've been at my mom's house, you know what I'm saying? So I couldn't really just, like, get a good lust session in, you know what I mean? I couldn't really just pop out the dildo and just fucking, like, you know what I mean, lube up and fucking spread out and just, you know what I mean? Like, you couldn't jack off and shit with honor and shit and pride. You know what I'm saying? I remember what rapper said that shit. The one with the face tattoos. He was on fucking, what's that shit called? Vlad TV. The motherfucker said, yeah, you gotta jack off with fucking pride. You gotta put your leg on the motherfucking couch. You'll say, have one knee up and just, I was like, this motherfucking tripping. Just have your chest out and shit. Like, you couldn't do, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't do that type of shit. I had to be like, wake up in the morning, go to the restroom, make sure it's like 5 o'clock in the morning and shit. Nobody's fucking awake. Got like both fucking doors and shit. Put the water on and shit. Put my headphones on, you know what I'm saying? Put that shit nice and low and shit. Because I will lose a boner quick as fuck if I hear, like, especially my mom's, holy fuck. Like, that shit was fucking, you know what I'm saying, shrivel up like a fucking, like, SpongeBob when he was like, I heard that scene, but he was like, You don't want that shit? And then he fucking, his face was shriveled up and shit. Yes, bro. Like, my shit was shriveled like a raisin, bro. I'd be an eggplant at first, just like, oh, yeah, look at this shit. And next thing you know, just like, hey, are you home? You know what I'm saying? Like, gone. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I be fucking goddamn Ant-Man and that shit. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I should just be fucking Ant-Man. You know what I'm saying? Gone. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Because I'm like, hell nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Might as well be like a Looney Tunes character. Got a needle and shit. Just poke that shit. All the air come out like a balloon. You know what I'm saying? Swear to God, though, you know what I'm saying? If I hear about moms and shit, oh, hell no, I would lose that shit. Like, fuck. It's just so disturbing, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. I can't do that shit. I can't have a boner with my mom's in the room. Like, I think I remember traumatized that shit, too. I remember jacking off one time. I had my headphones on. It was late. And my mom walked in my room all quiet and sneaky and shit, trying to put some clothes away. And I was jacking off. I didn't know until she was leaving that she was in my room. And I was jacking off. And not until I, like, fucking saw her fucking leave my room and shit, my dick got so soft and shit. And I was jacking off ferociously. You know what I'm saying? Just like, I was going in. I was putting the work in and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was on an oil rig with that shit, just fucking, oh. You know what I mean? Shit. I was working like the motherfuckers off the goddamn Mad Max and shit, trying to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Fucking, pulling the fucking shit together to fucking get the dam open and shit. You know what I'm saying? With the water. You know what I'm saying? I was fucking working like a slave from Egypt with that dick. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I was churning butter in that motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? Shit. You know what I mean? I put real work in with that shit, and then she just fucking goddamn click. I was like, what the fuck? My shit just phew, all the way down. I lost my dick that day. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, though, yeah. So that's all I gotta say. It's like I have to. But anyway, so like I'm at work. And this fucking, Mexican niggas came in, you know what I'm saying? There's some teenagers and shit. So, I'm thinking they're just being stupid, I guess. I really don't know exactly. But this motherfucker, he was taller than me, Mexican kid and shit with his so much friends. This nigga was like, hey, can I ask you a question? As I was giving him his change, you know what I'm saying, told me the change. He was like, why are you so cute? And I don't know, bro. I felt like maybe I should have handled that shit a little more like, nigga, don't call me cute, what the fuck? Da-da-da-da-da. But I didn't do that shit because when I was tired, it was late, I didn't give a fuck. And then I kind of just laughed it off. Because I don't know, I was watching this subreddit called Sometimes Gay or Sometimes Sus. And it's just like gay niggas. It's like gay funny shit. Like, bro, that's gay. You know what I'm saying? But we are gay. Like, type shit. Or some of them is just like, bro, that's gay. What the fuck? Oh, hell nah. You know what I mean? Just like playing with gay shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all niggas gay. You know what I'm saying? Some Boondocks type shit. You know what I'm saying? Funny shit. So I thought that's what they were doing, like just being stupid and shit. You know what I mean? So I just laughed that shit off and smiled. But a part of me did feel something, though. I know for a fact I felt like, okay, like, I kind of felt like validated and shit, which was like weird as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know, but I felt validated, and then I felt like I'm not supposed to feel validated, nigga. Like, like in a split second, it was like, you're supposed to get angry, but I just couldn't stop smiling. I just started smiling and like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like laughing that shit off, and it was kind of like almost like I was gagging. I was like, oh my god, like, but I was like, what the fuck? Like, wow, what the fuck am I fucking gagging? But I just couldn't help that shit. But that's that shit I'm talking about, where you just can't help that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? That shit was weird as fuck. So that's why I was like, shit. I don't know. I just felt some time. I felt, man, like, but I felt like it was weird because these niggas were just looking at me like they didn't have nothing to say. They didn't even laugh that shit off. I was just laughing and shit and like gagging with the shit. And I was thinking like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, what do I do and shit, you know? On that level, like, I don't even know anymore, man. That shit was just, it just was what it was. So, you know, I mean, he asked me, why are you so damn cute? And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I just laughed that shit off. Like, I looked at his friends too, and I was like, and they were looking at me like, I don't know what this shit's about. And I was like, I just started laughing and shit, because I thought they were just, you know what I mean, like nut checking. You know how kids be teenagers and shit. They be doing some like gay ass shit on some funny shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to be in middle school, and niggas be telling stories and shit. Niggas be like, you know, say, bro, I suck your dick, bro. What the fuck? And niggas be like, what the fuck, bro? This niggas say, I suck his dick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some stupid shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Niggas say some weird, like, gay shit that's, like, funny. You know what I'm saying? Because it's funny, you know, whatever the fuck. I thought that was what they were doing, like, playing around. But I don't know if they were playing around or not. Like, because he was looking dead ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, is he serious or not? I don't even know, bro, that shit. I thought he was playing, though. I treated it like he was playing, but, you know, like I said, like a part of me was feel some validation of that shit. And I felt kind of weird for that shit, but I don't give a fuck. So, yeah. That's how that was. But hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So, I'm just glad that energy's back. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, I'm not really gonna like get involved in too much into it until I get my own place, and then that's that. But yeah, that's that. Yeah. Right now, I identify as gender fluid. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think I don't know if I can come out. You know? Like, I enjoy being a dude. Even when I was in Austin, it's like, I wanted to transition. And I was so ready for a transition. And I don't think it was because I was in this fucking sissy hypnosis. Like, motherfuckers be making that shit seem like it really hypnotizes you and shit. Like, no, what the fuck? But it's like, I don't know what it is. I enjoy being a dude. But even when I'm a dude, I'm not the type of dude that is conventional. I'm not fully, you know what I mean? I'm not full-fledged dude. I'm just not. I don't fall into the conventional aspect of what a man's supposed to be. So, you know what I mean? Like, my maleness is not. I'm like, you know, I took many fucking sex and gender tests or whatever online and personality tests, and most of them say like I'm like, you know, 30% man, 40% man type shit, you know what I mean? 60-70% woman and shit like that, or whatever the fuck, you know. I wouldn't say like I'm like 30%, 20% man, 40%, like 20% man, 40% woman, and like 30% non-binary or some shit. Like, basically, it's just saying I do what I want to do. You know what I mean? But when it comes to the medical aspect, that's a very important aspect that people don't really understand. Like, you're just, you know, so that's pretty much where I'm trying to come from, you know. So it's weird, you know. That's why, like, when it comes to my sexuality with women, it's like I'm attracted to women sexually. Like, I am. It's just that it's not in the conventional way. You know, don't let them fool you and be like, oh, you are only, you know, even these fucking verbal humiliations, femdom humiliations, will be like, oh, yeah, you're not just a feminine man. You're not just want to be submissive to a woman. You're a submissive in general. You're just a faggot. And like, you're like, nah, like, you might want to be fucking topped by a woman and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's what it is. You get what I'm saying? You might want a woman to take the dominant position. Like, it's just what it is. You just like that shit. It don't make you any less of who you are, you know? Which conventionally, women don't like that shit. They want to be the dom. I mean, they want to be, you know what I mean, the submissive woman. So it's like, that might turn you off. And so you don't ever really want to get involved with women. You know, especially when you don't know this about yourself, you're going to try to be with women and it's never going to work because you want to be the bottom when it comes to women, but you can't because women won't allow you to. And you don't even know this, what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So you try to be the top, and it doesn't work out because you feel kind of weird. And then they feel weird because you might force it, and it comes off as fucking weird. You know what I mean? Like, you might come off as crazy or something like that because you're doing it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just really weird, you know? So you think like something wrong with you and shit, and it's like, nah, you just you. The fuck? Life in society is society. So, everybody that's in society is trying to fucking fit these rules. So you never know. Hey, these women probably are not even good fucking bottoms. You know what I'm saying? But they want to be a bottom. They want to be the submissive one, but are they even really good at that shit? You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? So, I digress. I think that's all I want to say right now. I feel like there's more to say. But I really don't know. I just want to say, like, it's really hard to be transgender because of these things. Based off of everything you said, like, I might be good with myself, but on a realistic aspect of life, it's like, I don't know how to go about this, integrate this into society. That's the hardest part, That's why, being transgender is only really pushed. You might have these feelings, right? Like you have all the 100 and whatever it's called, genders and all that type of shit. Like non-binary, non-conforming, all this gender fluid, gender flux, whatever, all this shit. And it's like binary transgenderism is always going to be the main steak, the main course, the main meal, because like it's the easiest to integrate with society. So that's pushed more heavily than other gender aspects. And so that's why a lot of trans people that are breaking out of the conventional gender aspects of society don't really know where to go, because they're on a journey sometimes to find themselves. But at the same time, on the way, they might, have different gender aspects. And it might just be fluid because of your life. You know what I'm saying? And so they find themselves, the only way to solidify the way they feel, or the way, I said the way they feel, the way they see themselves, solidify how they feel based on what they identify. Because I'm talking about how they feel, I'm saying our expression. I'm saying they might do it based off of the way they want to express themselves to the world through identity. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what that shit's about. You might have a lot of gay men talk about this when they were fucking, you get what I'm saying? They're not trans, they're just a feminine gay man, but they don't, you know what I mean? They didn't know that it was pushed by the shit because they don't know they're on this journey and they didn't get time enough to go through it. And plus you're dealing with society that doesn't even allow you to do it. That's why you weren't doing it in the fucking first place. Hello? You had to fucking learn about this shit or have lots of problems before you fucking, you know what I mean, got to come to this realization that maybe you're just different on that aspect. And then when it comes to gender, and then you went to these gender clinics and they're trying to fucking assimilate you back into society. So they throw you into being a woman and shit. And then you try to fucking do all this transition and shit to become a woman. And it's like, motherfucker, you're not even really, that's not who you don't feel comfortable doing all that shit. One, because you're going through medical transition. You know what I'm saying? Number two, you know what I mean? You don't want to fucking actually like do those things. You probably don't even need to do those things. And that's what we make that shit fucked up. That's what makes that shit fucked up. And that's the only aspect. And I'm gonna say this, I think cis people should keep their fingers out of that shit. I personally feel like cis people should keep their fingers. I don't even think any of the fucking people that do this shit should be cis people. I don't think if you're transgender, I don't think you're supposed to get a therapist or a doctor who's not transgender. That's just how I see shit. Because that makes no fucking sense. You're dealing with something very fucking particular, very, you know what I'm saying, very, hey, this is something that's very delicate. You can't just be fucking like, I'm a doctor, I know bodies and shit, I can take your penis and turn it into a vagina. Like, that's some bullshit. You get what I'm saying? I think all the inner work should be done first. You get what I'm saying? Before we get there. And we have to also come to some realizations about society. Because that's what the business is ran off of. You're trying to assimilate you back into society so they turn you into a woman. The fuck? Talk to the so-called transmaxers and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, these motherfuckers be on some shit, transmaxing and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, what the fuck? Them motherfuckers are annoying.